everyone. Welcome to I've forgotten which session. Session 8 of Masks Web of Intrigue. I'm Oni, I'm the GM. I do stuff that makes the lives interesting for the player characters. So let's meet the players and their characters. Introduce yourselves. Let's go by Discord today, maybe? Sure.
I am Alis. I'm playing DD, a very short character with anger management issues.
I'm Evelyn. I play Navoa, and she's the Janus. Nothing else to say.
I'm Janine. I play as Mina. I'm the obnoxious reformed person in the game.
Hi, I'm Josh. I play Zinc, and more than likely like a RoboCop.
Cool. So, last time when you left off, why don't you tell us what you were doing last time when we left off? Oh,
Are you want us to go down the list or what?
sure.
Well, when last we left our brave adventurers, we were trying to find our friend who kind of rescued himself. We kind of rescued him, and he's not here for the next 2 sessions. So I don't know how well we rescued him. Suffice it to say, we confronted some bad guys at
no longer captured by the bad guys, so win?
We hope. So yeah, we confronted him at a warehouse. There was a big fight. We won. Started a fire, and I might have made it worse. and dislocated my shoulder and stuck around to talk to the police, while the rest of the party went off and probably had some tea and crumpets and enjoyed their day.
Well, we're actually going to see what Nevoa did, but Nevoa just ran away before the rescue, and we'll see why that happened in the neato love letter that I wrote for the character. So let's move on to Mina. What were you doing last we left off?
I helped the party even though I had a job to do with Mr. Kane.
That you didn't?
Yes, and I'm currently sitting up. Yeah. That would cost me in the future. I'm currently, I guess, sitting on the rooftop looking at Didi talking to the police of how she basically toppled the whole building and set it on fire. I'll probably forward her the video of her getting tossed to Gecko just for the evidence sake.
Cool. And Zinc, what were you doing last time we left off?
Well, at least last time I remember, I was running away, heading back towards my home.
No,
no.
Back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was coming back to the place where we were fighting to help with the fire.
You also saw how your previous life person died. That's creepy and confusing, I can imagine. So we'll see how that happens. And there was also some sort of weird post-credit scene of some random restaurant that is completely unrelated to anyone blowing up. That's cool, right? Yeah, totally. It did say Falcao Pizzeria. Just yeah. And Zink's character's previous human name was Pedro Falcao. Just putting that out there. And they're for the same family. Anyway. Yeah. Good boy. Sorry, there was a phone ringing behind me that did not belong to me, so I had to send it off to the thing that dude that did belong to. Yes. All right. Anyway, so first matter of business is the love letter for Maria. Maria, why don't you read it and tell us what kind of a bad situation your character is in right now?
Gladly. Okay. Dear Maria slash Navoa, while you were with your team waiting for the geckos to show up, you got a call from your uncle. He sounds panicked and says that your parents are about to make some deal with the Arana gang, and he needs you to meet at their stall in the market to help quickly convince them otherwise. You apologize to your team and head out, taking off your disguise along the way. As you reach the street market, you see your uncle waiting for you. He explains that a local loan shark, who's a known member of the Arana gang, came by the house earlier looking for Benny and Camila about them taking a loan to buy a new pickup truck. Apparently at a very low interest rate, and also offering protection from any violence by any other gang or hooligan. Julio fended them off, but then accidentally let slip the location of their stall to the loan shark. As they headed to the street market, Julio called you and asked the neighbor to give him a ride to the street market. Described as loan shark. You and Julio reach the stall and find your parents talking with the loan shark. You two intervene and try to convince your parents to not take the loan. This makes a bad impression on both you and Julio in the eyes of the loan shark. Roll plus mundane. On a 10 plus, you convince Camila and Benny to give the decision some more thought, earning you a few more days to hopefully come up with another solution. On a 7 to 9, you manage to dissuade them from signing immediately. However, they tell the loan shark to come back the next day, Sunday afternoon, and you'll have an answer. Mark and condition of your choice. You have less than a day to hopefully come up with another solution. On a miss, you fail to convince them and watch in despair as your parents accept the agreement. Mark hopeless in another condition of your choice. If you have hopeless already marked, mark and condition of your choice instead. Uncle Julio becomes distraught and you take him back home. Best of luck, buddy. You'll need it. Hugs and kisses. Christine. Lol, nope. Just a dude who likes making your life interesting, a.k.a. your GM.
Yes, I know. It was very well read. Well done. Very well done. I should have you read a lot more things because that's. Nah, it was very poorly written. It was well read, and that's all I'm going to accept. All right.
Well, you've written a great thing for me to read out.
So let's go one by one. So describe this lone shark that's making your life interesting. Oh, by the way, Janine, do you remember when I asked you what Arhana Gang was doing to combat this? Yeah, this is the effect of that. So because you said that thing, this thing happened. So in a way, you're the one making this happen.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Was it last week when I asked that? I don't remember. It's probably the week
Last
before.
week.
No, I think it was I think it was the week before because all 5 of you were here. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, sorry. Let's explain this dude. Let's describe this dude for me. Names, maybe what they look like, etc.
It's probably really short.
Dudette, non-dudette, I don't know.
This dude's probably pretty short.
Oh my gosh.
And he's balding. And he has a lisp.
And he has?
A lisp.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm never going to find a picture for this guy now. Alright, cool. What's their name?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi.
One. Just go for the most generic name. One.
One.
Is he number one?
Yes.
You know what? Let's call him Juan. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright, cool. You don't actually need to come up with like a surname or anything. Yeah, he's not yet important enough to get a surname. If he gets a surname, he'll be important enough. So, like, he's not yet important enough. Not yet. But he might be. We'll see about
Eventually. He'll find a way.
it. Alright.
Janine will make him more important.
Yes. Alright, so let's have that mundane role of your life. I mean, just this love letter. You have two mundane, so it shouldn't be that horrible. Yeah.
So
fine, you're
I'm
totally
rolling.
Totally fine. Definitely not going to suck.
It will be.
Definitely not going to suck.
It's okay.
Hey, there we go. It's a 9. Awesome. So, okay.
Shame y'all can't see my victory dance.
I wouldn't call this a victory, but you know, it's a temporary victory. It's close enough. So, okay.
It's a temporary win.
It
Who
is
cares?
a temporary win. It's good enough. Let me actually write that down. The 9. Cool.
And I mark a condition, yeah?
Yep.
Great.
Alright. Well, that takes care of that. So, what is these conditions? You already have 2 conditions. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'll do guilty.
Because
I feel like there's more I could have done to help with like the truck and like not get them involved with the loan shark.
Alright, absolutely. That totally makes sense. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let me write that down quickly. Oh no, not that. Actually, that's fine. Alright. So, manages to dissuade them from doing stuff, but then tell loan shark, they tell Juan to come back the next day, so Sunday afternoon, and they'll have an answer. So, yeah, you have less than a day to hopefully come up with another solution.
Yay!
Yay! On the plus side, your uncle isn't distraught yet.
Hell yeah. Yet.
Yet. Clearly, I need to step up my game. Alright, okay, questions that I had for everyone. Here you go. Okay, actually, why don't you tell me, like, if Julio is, like, Camilla or Benny's brother? Like, which side of the family?
He is Camila's brother.
Alright, cool. Let me actually type these down because I will forget otherwise. Is Camilla's brother, and he had a polio before, like, he had polio even before he got shot in the leg, right?
Yes, correct.
Cool. So what did he used to do, or what, like, so basically, like, is he completely financially dependent on your family, or can he provide even the little?
He sometimes tries to help them go out and get like the vegetables and stuff for the market. And obviously like it's very hard for him to move about, but he tries the best he can.
Alright, maybe he, like, drives, does he know how to drive? Yeah,
He knows how to drive.
he knows how to drive. Alright, cool. Alright. Okay, so what did he used to do before, he got shot?
He used to babysit for the neighbors.
Oh, alright, cool. So he's, like, never really had, like, a steady job or anything?
Yeah, he always does like quick and easy kind of things, I guess.
Oh. For a quick and easy kind of dude, getting kind of bedridden is the bad way to go.
Very unlucky.
Helps to drive the fan around. Wait, what happened? The funny stuff that happened. Oh my god. Okay. No, he can't be a salsa dancer. He has polio. He could be. Wait, salsa? I think you got the region mixed up, man. You mean samba?
Chata?
Pretty sure salsa is a Spanish thing, and we're in Portuguese place. Pretty sure. Again, not 100%, but pretty sure. It's 71% sure. Yeah. Alright, cool. That's done. Let me delete the love letter from my personal thingamabob. What other questions I had? Ah, yes, cool. Alright. Okay, so, basically, in a small montage, we'll have, uh, Maria basically, are you taking your uncle home? He's not distraught, but he's trying to figure out what to do, because you have less than 24 hours to come up with another solution.
Yeah, I'll take him home.
All right, cool. So you take him home. Why am I not writing this down? I should write these down. All right. Maria takes Julio home. Awesome. Right. So I'm not gonna ask how you take him home. Yeah, I don't need to micromanage everything. So let's micromanage the other things of how the police interview is going with Didi. All right. So the thing happened. Zinc is here. Zinc is helping the fire trucks put out the look at inspect the place, because they find smoke coming out, but when they try to remove the rubble, they realize this fire has gone out and it's just billowing smoke, so they can easily put out these remaining smolders of the fire. But it's a wreck, and there's the the entire building came down, so it's rubble, cement, structural supports, rebars pointing everywhere. So it's gonna take a few days work to get inside, and then they'll find that there was an underground whole base thing. So that's bad. So in the meanwhile, Didi, you are at the ambulance that arrived. You
Yes.
get your hand snapped back into place, your shoulder snapped back into place. It hurts a lot, so much so that you actually scream for a while, which is kind of a new thing, because you don't actually you still feel pain, but you can handle it quite well. But this time, not so much. This one hurt. All right. So they put your hand on those things, splint? No. What?
Yeah. It was the shoulder, so it's
Yeah, shoulder.
probably the arm is probably in a splint to keep the pressure off the shoulder.
Yes. Those things that the cloth thing that goes around your throat and ties to the thingy. I don't know what are they called. I'm not a medical guy. I don't know these words. Sling. There we go. Yes. Sling. Yes. That's what I meant. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm going to have to watch that later. And then you know this. It's even in Espanol, so it's way closer to Portuguese and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. Your hand is now in a sling. Didi's hand in a sling. And this dude, this more UPPs cars arrive, and they kind of start to watch over the place. And Zink, are you helping the fire people to slowly try to clear the rubble
Yes.
to make sure? All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, the detective Mario D'Souza arrives and contacts you. So you're like in the rubble place, and he's like outside. He's like, Zink, yeah, everything good? Everything looking good over there?
Yes.
So, where is everyone? I thought you said Chimera was captured by Gecko, and I see nobody. There's just this little girl who's getting her hand put in a sling.
Well, I think he must have ran away.
All
No,
right.
you know what?
Hmm?
No, he went camping for the week.
Well, wait, what? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
I said he went camping
Oh,
for a
okay.
week.
Okay. Okay, so he's like, okay, okay, look, I'm going to go interrogate this girl. Let me know if you can find something interesting in there.
Okay.
So we'll come back to you. It's going to be a roll depending on like how fast you can clear the rubble or whatever. All right. So Didi, you see this slightly pudgy UPP detective approaching you as your hand is finished putting on a sling, and the paramedic hands like quickly writes down the name of like a painkiller for you
Okay.
in a paper. Ah, yes, sorry, yes, I would say interview. Yes, all right. Well, he would say interview. So, all right. So he approaches. Hi there. I'm Detective Mario D'Souza. You are?
I'm Deirdre Roberts, and sorry if I'm in a little bit of pain, so forgive me if I'm occasionally kind of clench my teeth and have trouble talking.
All right. What happened? What were you in there when the structure came down?
Yes, I was in there. A fire had been started, and I tried to put out the fire by striking the floor, and apparently
Wait.
that made it worse.
Wait. Then he suddenly realizes that. Wait. You're that super strong kid that's been running around the favela for the past few weeks, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, it's good because I actually wanted to talk to you, so it's good thing that we ran into each other. Would you mind coming to my car? It's probably not best we discuss everything out in the public.
That's fair. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mina, what are you doing as you see this detective escorting Didi to his car?
Do I know who is he?
Um,
Game.
that's a good question. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Would Black Mamba give you like information about all the working detectives of the UPP?
Not all, maybe the top 5.
Okay, so he's not. Mm, I don't know if he's one of the top 5. I don't really know. I guess you can decide if he's like one of the top 5 or
I
not. That's up
guess
to you. It's totally up to
I
you.
guess he isn't.
Okay.
I have no idea who he is, and I don't trust anybody else but my team as
Oh,
of the
okay,
moment.
cool.
So
But
I
you
will.
like you can tell that he's a detective because you can see, the badge, I guess. I don't know.
I still doubt.
Okay. So what do you do?
I'll just sit up up the and just watch over what's happening down.
Okay, cool. Why don't you? Let me actually look at the basic moves so I can figure out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, all right. That's interesting. Let me actually look that up. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. 1 second. Mm-hmm. Tell you what, why don't you quickly give me an assess roll and we will figure out what happens. That's a superior. You do have guilty, so it's only a +1. Damn.
Assess roll is superior. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
regular roll.
Hey, it's an 8. Cool. So you can ask a question from the assess list. Good.
Uh, uh, hmm. Wait,
Ah.
where can I use what?
Oh my gosh! Somebody has disappeared. Josh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay. I thought like your computer also shut down and that
Yeah,
freaked me out.
I don't know what to ask. So,
Okay. So basically, the reason I'm asking is that I want to see like basically you're about to be seen. So yeah, that's why I wanted you to assess so you can possibly see who's about to see you and hide before that happens.
oh,
So I guess like any question that, but also by you can like choose another question which will get you seen, but you can like answer like have an answer to the question you ask. I guess like it's up to you.
okay. I will just look through the people in the scene
Hmm.
whom I will think
Hmm.
is most suspicious.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Cool. Absolutely. I
trying to figure out if there's someone a mole in the police or
okay.
something.
Cool. Cool. So why don't you like choose a question and we will figure out then.
Uh, what here is the to me or the group?
Huh?
What is the biggest threat in the to us right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can ask what is the biggest threat, and currently that would be basically like the person who's about to see you, so that would be the biggest threat to you. So,
Uh,
yeah. So basically, like if you know that they're about to see you, then you can like duck away before they see you. That's yeah.
uh, I think I'm fine being seen. I
Mm,
just don't
okay,
like
cool.
to be.
Alright, cool. This question is murdering you.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you can like what do you want to like what are you specifically looking for? Some sort of mole, right? Or something?
Yeah, who I think is most suspicious in the police
Ah, okay.
force
Okay.
while the search is happening.
Okay, cool. So all right. So while the thing is happening, you try to scan the mind or observe the behavior of
Mm.
everyone around when suddenly like you realize someone is looking at you, and like you get the feeling as you're going through everyone's mind, you get the feeling that someone is looking at you, and you see that it's one of the fire truck the fire people fire people fire folk firefighters, yes, there we go, one of the firefighters. Like they were coming back to get an axe, and they from the truck, and they saw you because there's no need for the water too much anymore, so they're returning the bucket they had, and putting it back, the bucket of sand and stuff, and then getting an axe to axe questions, sorry, no, break the structure to get underneath.
Hmm.
Right. So that was a terrible pun, but I could not resist. I'm sorry. I'm not. Anyway. Yes. Okay, so and he stares at you. He's not raising an alarm, but he is kind of looking at you in a curious manner. And then he doesn't raise an alarm. He looks at you, and then someone else asks off screen from him that, hey, bring the axe, and he's like, coming, and then keeps on looking at you, makes an eye contact, and realizes that you've also made eye contact, and then walks off back towards the rubble to clear the debris. So yeah, speaking of moles, you get a weird vibe from this detective that is taking Didi into his car. Nothing conclusive, but you get a weird vibe, and you can't really pin it down why that is. So
I will just Mina will just take a note about this guy and just maybe
absolutely.
choose
If you want to
home.
come up with a name for that guy, just let me know.
Okay. Uh, Mr. Lopez.
Gets Lopez. All right. Gets weird vibe from the detective, and gets spotted by Lopez, a firefighter, who does not raise the alarm. Nice. Okay, cool. Absolutely. All right. Zinc, you are at the rubble, trying to clear away with your superior strength and stuff. So let's see how well you do it. All right. 1 second. So roll me a freak, and we will see what happens. Hey, nice, awesome. So why? Oh my gosh! Oh man, that is an old reference, sir, but it checks out. All right. Oh man, that brings back childhood memories. Anyway, okay, so you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle and reshape your environment. Um, if you mark a condition, it will be what you set out to do. Otherwise, it will be unstable or temporary.
Really don't know. Trying to think.
Mhm. You have 6 conditions. Unlike everyone else, you have 6.
I'll just go with what was the other one?
Unstable or temporary?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Absolutely. All right. So you manage to hold up the roof, that one of the support columns that caved down into the roof. So you manage to hold it up, but revealing that there was a tunnel, the sinkhole that expanded. You can see the sinkhole. It's completely dark inside because it corroded away the entire electrical supply inside, so it's completely dark. So it's like a very, very, very dark, gigantic hole that you're lifting it up very precariously, and you're going to eventually you're losing balance, so eventually you have to drop it within like at the most half a minute. You can probably hold it up, but after that it's going to come down again, and then you'll have to it'll take it'll come down so badly, it'll break apart and stuff, so everyone will have to spend hours breaking it up again. So all right, cool. So yeah, the firefighters say, hey, we got something, detective. And as he has just put Didi inside his car, and he's also go in the back seat, and he was also he closed the door. He was also coming in when he gets called, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'm coming. And he knocks on the window to ask you, Didi, just sit tight, okay? I'll just be a second. And he quickly runs over back towards the house, back towards the warehouse. That is now basically a pile of rubble. All right, Didi, what do you do?
I'll just sit there. I guess I can text my friends and make sure they're all okay. And then I'll say that I'm going to delete this text thread, though, just in case the police want to look at it to try to help protect your secret identities.
All right, what do you text? Tell me.
Hopefully everyone's okay. I stuck around to talk to the police. I'm going to delete this text thread to help protect your secret identities, so I'm not obliged to, in case I'm obliged to hand over my phone.
I would answer her through telepathy and say, "Hey, I'm up the houses, just chilling, waiting, waiting for you to get out of the car."
Text back, thanks. I don't know if they'll take me to the station or try to interview me here.
Anyone else answering? Maria, you do get this text as you're walking back home with Julio. So he's like, yeah, well, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, so basically, you just went, you just received home, and Julio's going back in his room, trying to furiously think of plans, but then he's trying to come up with plans, and then realizing, no, that'll never work. No, 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 come on, I can do this, and he's trying to figure out so much, so so you get this text when as you arrive home. Do you say anything?
Okay. No. Just gonna leave you on red.
Alright, cool. Zink, you also get this while you're holding it up in a very precarious position. I'm guessing you're in no position to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, if I can throw this out, he might have a heads-up display where the text message just reads across his eyeballs.
Yes, no, he can see it, but he's just concentrating on holding the thing up, because again, it's unstable or temporary, so it's unstable. So it's yes, he can see it and he can answer later, but he's diverting power to other parts of other important parts works right now to answer. Okay. Mario quickly hoofs up to you and checks, looks inside. Uses a flashlight to look inside, and it goes deep. So it's you can see in the light of the flashlight, it's a story deep, and there's rubble underneath as well. And he gives out a whistle. Wow, that's something happened there. Could you get a scan out for me, Zinc? He asks you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So this will also be a freak roll, but what? No, this is not a freak roll. 1 second. What am I talking about? This is actually a interesting. No, you are extending your senses, right? Correct. You are in a strenuous position. You are extending your senses. Yeah, this is also a freak roll, but you'll take a -1 since you're like holding the thing up. So yeah, cool. So it's just a basic flat roll. No big deal. Totes NBD. Hey, nice. So yeah, it's going to be a yeah, again the same conditions. Like if you mark a condition, you'll do what you set out to do. Otherwise, it will be unstable or temporary.
Unstable and temporary.
All right. So you get like a very like temporary reading. So basically, both of these temporary things are going to culminate together. You try to do like an infrared scan and get like readings that there was some sort of laboratory of some kind underneath, but before you could get any details, the beam you're holding up collapses and you have to quickly let go and grab Mario out of the way before he gets crushed, and like all the firefighters are kind of knocked back from the shockwave as the roof collapses down again, like sealing the entrance that you were looking into. So all you
Okay.
got, a view of was some sort of like laboratory facility which like got destroyed when the roof came down, and like when the corrosive thingy came, like started like pouring inside. But you didn't get much details beyond that it was some sort of laboratory facility. So it's like Mario is knocked to his feet and is like in the dust. It's like, everyone okay? And it's like, yeah, detective, we're all fine. This thing's sealed tight now. It's gonna take us an hour to get like dig it open again. And Mario says, well, keep going, keep going. That's like some sort of. What did you find? What did you see, Zink?
A laboratory.
Laboratory, like like what kind? This shouldn't have a laboratory underneath. It's a warehouse.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to call the civic workers also to like get you guys off the hook, but like just stay, like just make sure that there's no fire or anything, and I'll call the guys. Like I'll let the proper authorities to come, like cover for you. Replace you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's okay. All right, Zinc. Listen. So Chimera was underneath this laboratory, right? That that's what you think.
Yes.
All right. Can you find him now? He got out, right? You didn't get any live signature, right? You didn't, by the way. Like there was no live
No.
signature. All right. Okay. Okay. So that means he's gotten out. Okay. Um. Can you find him? Maybe like he couldn't have gone far, right? Maybe take some like look around the district. Maybe try to find some path of where he went.
Okay. I
Okay.
will look for him.
All right, cool. Thanks. Let me know the moment you find like anything, like an upturned brick, or I don't know. I don't know what he lives behind. Fur, I guess. Fur. Yeah, like if you find fur, we have some samples. Yep. I guess you can find that. All right. So okay, okay. So yeah. Let me know when that. And he's so basically like you're both walking away from the scene while the firefighters are going back in. He's heading towards the car, and you're heading like back out when there's a lot more like UPP sirens in the distance. Mina, you hear it too. There's like a lot of cars coming now, like 10 or so. Currently, there's like 3 UPP vehicles, but now 10 more are coming. What do you do?
Uh, I just remembered Mr. Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, try and call him.
Sure, sure. Why don't you call him? Let's see
Yeah,
what
I would.
happens there. So it rings quite a lot longer than he normally takes. But then he answers, Miss Wolfgang, we missed you at the raid today.
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Kane.
You know, we did have an agreement. If you had any prior commitment, you should have told me, and we. You know how this business world works. You don't need me to tell you. But once you make an agreement, you're bound to hold up the end of the bargain.
Yeah, unfortunately, I really can't situation as of the moment. Actually, did the UPP is? I think I hear UPP is coming.
Um, okay. Sorry, I was randomly hugged by my cousin, so I was completely distracted at what you just said. Okay, so yes, the UPP is coming. Um, okay. So basically, like when he's like telling you about, commitment and agreement and business practices and stuff, he's trying to shift your labels, right? So nope,
Uh,
wrong page. I completely opened the wrong page. Dang people distracting me. Okay, so he is trying to like down your superior because you did something not intelligent, like
yeah,
very like unsmart, and he's increasing your what would he increase? Oh boy, what would he increase?
When in doubt, say freak.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be freak though.
Mundane.
No, I think it's gonna be danger. Yeah, alright. Superior down, danger up. Do you accept or do you reject?
I would like to reject.
Awesome! Roll a flat 2d6 -2 for insecure.
Oh, should I put -2 or just roll it
I
and
mean, it's
they hit?
ultimately same. Like, we can subtract the -2 after the roll. That's also fine. Like, it's up to you. You can put the -2 or you can just, alright. Okay, so that's a
That's
4.
4.
Okay, so let's look at our let's look at the influence mechanics. All right, so let's see reject roll. All right, when you reject someone's influence,
Oh gosh.
uh,
I
on a miss, their words hit you hard. Mark a condition, and the GM will adjust your label. So your labels get adjusted. Your superior goes down. Your danger goes up. They just interchange. And mark a condition. You now have 4.
I will. Well, considering what just happened, I'd say hopeless.
Oh
I will
my god.
mark hopeless.
Oh my gosh. Why are you feeling hopeless? You think Mr. Kane's going to come after you, or maybe the UPPs are going to get you, or something?
Oh, I'm feeling hopeless because I have no control of the situation.
Okay,
Since
yes, alright. Keep in mind, like, there are ways to remove conditions, and, like, you can, like, do so. That means at the end of the scene, you can get those. So it's like, scroll down to the conditions page, you can see how to remove conditions. So you can like clearly like you can do some of the things to make your life a little better if you feel like it. Just saying. Anyway, um Zinc, you see all these UPP cars arriving. Oh, sorry, no, we actually haven't finished the scene with Mr. Kane. My bad. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Kane like tells you, and Mr. Kane says, uh, well, as since you failed to hold up your end of the bargain, I'm afraid I must also decline my end of the bargain. If you want to come down to the bar, I forgot the name. If you want to come down to the bar and negotiate for prices, just know they will no longer be at the discount that you're normally used to.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
Okay.
So see you later, I guess.
I
Bye, Mr.
suppose.
Kane.
Yes, I do hope we can still continue to do business. Although from now on, I will be wary to um I will be wary to make business agreements with you in the future. He
Fair
cuts
enough.
he cuts the line. What do you do now as the cars are getting closer? Some of them are stopping. What do you do?
I will probably hide myself.
Okay.
I don't know what's coming, so I'll hide myself.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you're still here, like observing, right? But you're like more like better hidden, or are you just running away? Like you can also do that. Totally fine. No problem at all whatsoever.
Now I have uh closer to Didi, so I can't get out of the situation of the moment without seeing her walk away fine.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Uh, does Didi have influence over you?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Like I was curious. So thank you for playing that part very well. That's awesome. That's cool roleplay, man. You're playing the mechanics using the narrative. That's very nice. Anyway, all right. So Zinc, you reply to Didi as like the thing, but you do like while like you send off the text that what you wrote down. So it's like, sorry, I didn't answer your text. Helping by holding up the part of the building. So but like as you send it over, both you and like Didi in the car realizes that there's these all the other like cars are coming. What do the two of
Okay.
you do? Like, yes. Zinc, what do you do first? So let's do Zinc first, and then we'll do DD. So Zinc, what do you do?
Let's see. Try to keep trying to help break up this part of the building that was burnt down.
Uh, Wait. So you were told
Uh,
to go find Chimera, but now you're going back to
yeah.
the building.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
That was. I start walking
Hmm.
behind, trying to find a heat sense of Chimera walking down
Okay.
through the pathways.
All right. Cool. You actually don't know how Chimera left, so that's actually totally fine. All right. So yeah. Okay. So the cars come to a stop. Didi, what do you do?
I'm trying to be on the level. I'm waiting for the detective to return.
Alright.
Though what I am going to do is I'm going to have an app ready to record the conversation just in case this detective isn't on the level and tries to pull a fast one.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? It got kind of quiet in the middle.
I'm going to have an app on my phone ready to record any interview from my end, so I'm covered in the event the detective is not on the level and doesn't record the conversation or tries to lie about what I say or something.
Okay, cool, absolutely. Um, yeah, okay. So the detective like comes and like puts his hand on the like car handle, and then like sees who step out, and he lets go of the car handle and goes to talk with him. you're inside the car, so you cannot hear it. Zinc, you have you have successfully left the scene of sorts, so you're like, you're on your way, like trying to pick up the trail of Chimera, and we'll come back to you later to see how that goes out. So Mina, you are on the roof and you see this man come out of the thing that you have seen before, who is obviously, like very obviously played by Idris Elba, because like it's like the Idris Elba lookalike, and it is the last picture in the Imgur album. I will copy it and post it onto Discord because this is a very cool picture. I like it.
Hmm.
You know this man. This is Detective Edgar Diaz Barreto, unless I've forgotten the name. No, Detective Edgar Diaz Barreto. This is someone who your former teacher has absolutely told you about, because this detective has made Black Mamba's life increasingly difficult. He is on a personal crusade against Black Mamba for almost a decade.
I
You know
I
this,
actually chuckle. Mina actually chuckle. I mean,
oh, oh,
it's a Mamba, good for you.
oh, oh, man. And he's obviously voiced by Idris Elba. He has to be. Come on, it's like it's very obvious that the Brazilian producers of this animated show went to a lot of trouble to have like Idris Elba like flown in to record his lines in Portuguese, because in this fictional verse Idris Elba knows Portuguese. I'm sure he also does, but I'm not actually sure. But okay, yes, because yes. And yes, the English dub people also had Idris Elba record his lines, because Idris Elba is a badass actor and I want more of him in my games, because yes, and yes, that's literally it. See what I mean? Like, see what I mean? Exactly. Right. Yes, yes. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that's him. What do you do, Mina, besides chuckling?
I am now invested on eavesdropping.
Okay. They are a bit far away for you to hear. Do you want to use your powers?
Yes, I know it's gonna be bad, but yes.
Yes! Oh, yes. Please extend your powers. And I mean, you just took Hopeless, so it's the flat roll. It's not like too bad. It's only a flat roll. Oh, oh
See.
man. Oh, by the way, mark experience for the previous roll that you failed.
Oh, then I got the
Yeah,
level up.
you leveled up, right? Yeah, you're actually like at 6 because you already leveled up beyonders. Yes, beyonders. All right. Oh man, you failed. Oh, can you tell I was waiting for you to fail there? Because oh man,
Yeah.
oh man, oh man. Okay, so you can choose an advancement right now, or you can do so after the conclusion of this roll, because you did level up prior to this roll. So it's up to you.
I already have a list, so
Okay, sure. Tell me. Absolutely, totally.
I'd probably take the moment of truth.
Yes. Oh man, I love it. Okay, I love it. All right, like yes. Okay, absolutely. You are, I think, the first player to reach 3 upgrades. Yes. Oh my gosh, you are leading. You are leading at failing at life.
Venus,
Okay.
very
Okay.
unlucky.
Oh man, moment of truth club. All right. You try to like mentally read him. You extend your senses, like peering over the like roof, like edge, and as your mind reaches his, he instantly turns towards you and sees you.
Ah, no wonder Black Mamba hated you.
Yeah, no wonder Black Mamba hates him. He knows about how your power works. He looks at you, squints his eyes and immediately orders his people something, and you see like UPP's like troops like not troops, like UPP policemen coming out of police officers coming out of the thing, and like pointing their guns at you. What do you do? They also start shining flashlights. By the way, it is like the sun has gone down, so it is like dusk. Like yeah, so it's like dusk. It's not completely dark, but the streetlights are slowly coming on. The streetlights have come on in this street, but now they're pointing their gun flashlights at you. What do you do? The gun flashlights, flashlights. You're still wearing the
Mina
mask,
would
by the way,
remind-
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mina would remind herself that she didn't do everything wrong,
Okay.
and the police has already gone through the past her, so she will raise her hand.
Okay.
In defeat, in the surrender.
Okay. You see Idris Elba. Sorry, you see Barreto. Damn it, man! I will never stop calling him Idris Elba now. What have I done to myself? Why do I do these things to myself? Anyway, he asks one of the guys to hand him the megaphone, and puts the megaphone to his mouth and says, "Red Fox, come down from the building with your hands up."
Okay.
Yeah, he knows who you are. He knows who you are.
You will hear Mina mumbling to herself, "You have not done nothing wrong. You have done nothing wrong." As he goes down the building.
Okay, as you're like, okay, so here's something happens. You're like crossing over the building to parkour down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your phone rings as you're just about to cross over. Like you put your foot over, your phone rings. And you get this feeling you need to see who's calling you right now. Like you need to.
I will answer the phone.
You see it's Black Mamba calling you. Dude, I'm losing my mind here. Oh my gosh. I just said that and realized how amazingly creepy a scene that is, and I love it. Oh my god.
As I slowly, deliberately going down beside the building or the house, I will quietly answer Black Manva's phone call.
Yes, absolutely. You can like keep the phone hidden in your other side as you're coming down the building. That's totally fine. You can totally do that.
Quietly slow down myself going down the building.
What does Black Mamba what demeaning nickname does Black Mamba call you?
Wait, let me see.
Like it can be like a normal word that just Mina finds demeaning, or it can be some demeaning word. Like it's totally up to you. At this point, I make the players come up with insults for their own characters. Oh man, I'm losing. I haven't been writing a lot.
I'd say he would probably call me name of the dog, Chihuahua, because I talk a lot.
Okay. I was suddenly asking, wait, you're Japanese. You're not like Spanish or Mexican? Okay, no, that would make sense. Chihuahua. Yes.
He probably get irritated when I kept talking to him.
Okay, absolutely. Okay. He asks, Or do you ask something, hello or something, or asking I'm a little busy here or something? It's up to you.
I say, guess what? I'm going down this. I'm gonna meet up with your so-called hatred, and in a few seconds. So better hurry up.
Yes, little Chihuahua. I would think it would be in the best interest of everyone involved if you don't do that and instead make your escape.
You asking me to escape from everyone's? Okay, that's that. How would I do that? Jesus, why is everything so fucking damn it?
Little Chihuahua. Let me repeat myself, he says very calmly, and you get a sense of dread. I said that it is for the best of everyone involved if you escape. And in a moment of clarity, you realize he is referring to your remaining family, your sister.
Fuck. How? I will do that, sir. Go down this building.
I'm sorry. This is such a great scene. Oh my gosh. This is such a great scene. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Yes, and I will.
Remember, I'm just going to post like what move I'm making with you right now, and it's not like entirely this move, but it is kind of this move.
I will go down the building and then just
yes,
sprint right in the sidewalk where there is a small street. Just barrel through.
It's like
for my fucking life.
Sorry. Wow. Do you have any move that helps you in this situation right now?
I
don't think so.
No, I'm the most normal.
Oh my gosh! All right, absolutely. Then this will definitely, absolutely be something that I'm missing. One second. Look at the basic moves.
Actually, could I throw something out?
Yeah. Sure, go on. Absolutely.
Is my door locked, or can I open the door?
Your door is not locked. No, it is not locked.
I'm going to open the door and I'll yell to the detectives. Detectives, she was with me. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Okay. In order to know that she is coming down the building, I guess you'd... Yeah, no. There was a megaphone. Yeah, you'd have heard it and you're looking at her coming down. Yeah, alright, sure. Yes, okay. So you can you can come out of the car, like their eyes are on her, so as she's coming down the roof, you can open the door of the car and look out and see what's happening.
Yeah, detectives, she's with me. I'll tell you everything you need to know. Can I throw defend?
You know what? Mina, are you still running away after this? Like she spoke first, but you can still run. As you're reaching the ground, Didi spoke up. So are you still running after that?
Hell yeah!
Okay,
Why
cool.
wouldn't I?
Then yes, please roll me that defend. I want to see what happens. Why?
I'm so
Oh my,
close
I
of
know.
having 5 conditions.
I
You
know.
know,
Oh
oh
my
shit,
gosh.
Black Mamba's gonna give me a condition, but then again, I already have 4 conditions.
Wow. You rolled a 4. Savior +1 because.
Influence.
Oh.
Influence and for that matter, it's
All right.
it's-
Yeah. Influence.
I-
Influence. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Influence. Totally. Absolutely. That's +4. That is the. Well, I mean that's the most highest modifier you can get. But yes, that's the 13. Sure. Choose.
But
sorry, I gotta look at that sheet.
Yeah, let me actually roll that, like show that for you. It's a very weird one, so we'll figure out what happens. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just a choice, so it's fine. Yeah, totally.
I will. How about I clear a condition? I get 2, don't I? Or do I just
Yes,
get 1?
you got to clear a condition.
Okay, so let's clear a condition.
Which
Yeah,
one?
I think I just get 1 condition. Oh, okay. Let's clear.
Yeah, like
Guilty.
I don't think any move in the game allows you to remove more than 1 condition at a time.
No, I couldn't remember if rolling above a 10 gave me select 2 things from the list or just 1.
No, it's just 1.
Okay, yeah. If I roll less than, it just exposes me to danger.
Yeah. Like you always choose 1 on a hit, but on a 7 to 9 you also expose yourself. So okay.
So yeah, I said I'll tell you whatever you need to know.
No. What are you removing?
Oh, took away guilty.
Okay. Cool. Nice. Totally. Awesome. As you say that, and their attention is suddenly diverted to you because, you're coming out of the car and, like, in her defense when she books it. Mina, give me that, unleash your power roll to run away, but you don't have to, like, you're not affected by hopeless for this roll because of that defend.
so I'll just roll the freak roll
Yeah,
and then add.
It's just a freak
+2.
roll and just add +2. Yeah, because yes, so it's just your freak. So your freak is 2. So it's just 2d6 +2. No big deal. Well, no. 2d6 +2.
Okay, 2d6 +2.
Yeah.
So she
Flat
got a 7.
2d6.
Yeah, she got a
got a
7. You're
7.
fine. You're fine. You're
Oh.
totally fine.
Oh.
Okay. So
my God.
if you mark a condition, you will escape.
Jesus, I have 4 conditions. And literally, the last condition is afraid, which makes sense.
Like if you mark that last condition, you will totally escape. Like they will not find you. Period. Like,
Yes, I will mark that condition.
Awesome. You escape the scene. Like just completely vanish into the alleyways with your superior parkourism. With every single condition.
Yeah.
Well done.
Hyperventilating.
So as you escape and you realize you're still holding the phone on your ear, you hear, "Good job, Chihuahua." It cuts off.
You, Jesus! As I throw my phone and just, shit! I'm gonna go back to my phone and just go home.
Oh man. I saw because you have 5 conditions I'm not going to, but otherwise he would have totally tried to shift your labels. But I think like because you have 5 conditions I'm not gonna do that. Like you're hurting enough. Okay, so you have escaped the scene. Totally fine. And Detective Barreto is like, "Oh, for the love of after her, go after her!" and like all the police quickly runs after you in the alleyway. They're not going to find you, but they run after you, and it's like, you girl, Miss Roberts, in my car right now. We're going down to the station. You and I, we have a lot of catching up to do.
Okay.
Okay, and it's the angry Idris Elba. You know the angry Idris Elba. We all know the angry Idris Elba. Anyway, yeah, and Mario tries to, but I was about to shut it. Mario, handle this thing. Handle your liaison with Tekis. Find Zinc or whatever. I need her. She is now involved in my case. Right, and she's going to put you in the thingy, and then as you get in his car, he closes the door, and then he gets a call. Like, what? Wait, what? Seriously? Fuck! Oh, this. Mario. Mario's like, yeah. Listen, the armory has been raided. Wait, what? Yeah. No shit. Send. Yes, he's like trying to talk to Mario at the same time trying to talk to the phone, and it's like, yes, I'm sending people over right now. Yes, Mario, get down every available unit. Go, I'll call my guys back. You take everyone here. Go down to the armory. We have 4 dead on the scene. Go down to the armory. Find out what happened. Find out who attacked us. Yeah, all right, yeah. And he quickly rounds up all the people and moves out within seconds. He immediately calls on the phone. Team, have you located her? No, sir. It's like she vanished into the alleyway, into the darkness. Of course she did. Just get back here. Our armory's been hit. Go follow Detective D'Souza's orders. We need all manpower down there right now. Yeah. So okay, and he also comes down into the he also enters the car and starts driving. Didi, if you want to ask him something before the scene ends away, you can do so.
Mr. Elba, sir, if there's any way I can help.
You actually I mean don't know his name, but you can you can call him Mr. Detective, I guess. I don't know.
Detective, sir, if there's any way I can help, I would be delighted and happy to help.
Listen, kid, I know you think you're doing a lot of good by helping around the favela, and maybe you have, but your so-called friend is a fugitive and a criminal, and I'm after her for almost how long have you been working for Black Mamba? 3 years? 2 years? 2 years, right?
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
Okay. Oh, 3 years. Okay. For 3 years. And you're going to tell me everything you know about her.
That's not a whole lot, but
And my name is Detective Edgar Diaz Barreto. Remember it. This is a name you'll be hearing a lot.
Well, good to meet you, Detective. I'm Deirdre Roberts, and unfortunately, I might have a name that you'll be hearing a lot.
So basically the scene ends there. We're gonna go back to actually what's gonna happen, let me actually figure out. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna montage through the night quickly as what happens. So oh my gosh. Okay, so why don't all of you describe any okay, not all of you. So Mina, why don't you describe what happens to you?
Happened when I got home, or what happened?
Yeah, what do you where do you run to? Do you go home? Do you go to the church to check out if Minami is alright? Do you do something to mechanically remove conditions because you probably really should?
Yeah, I would probably gamble to get my stress out.
Okay, so you can do that like later in the night, but like what do you do like immediately after running away? So that's what I'm curious.
I would probably scurry home
Okay,
in
cool.
frustration.
Okay, cool. Hmm. All right, so so you'll scurry home, and your home is as you left it that morning. Sorry,
And
that
there's now a few
noon.
holes in the wall.
There's no.
There's now a few holes in the wall because I'm punching it.
With your fixed hand, I suppose. I hope.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
sure. Yes, definitely. With your fixed hand. Okay, so yes, you are punching your home. Like, so if you want to clear angry, you can just break something like important in your home.
Ah, like my TV.
You have a TV? Wow. I did not. You know what? Yeah, sure. Like you can have a TV, but it's gonna be a little more
Something about.
important. That yeah, it's gonna be important to your character. I like. Is the TV important to your character? I don't know. Like, is it? I don't know.
Oh, I know what's important to the character.
Yes.
I'll probably throw my cell phone at the wall, breaking it.
Oh shit. Oh, that's really important because that's like your like every single data and connection and like evidence and photos and videos and everything is in there.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I have,
Okay,
I
okay,
guess.
yes. You know what? Yes, because now there's going to be a whole lot of trouble for you trying to like hope that your SIM card isn't damaged or your memory card isn't damaged and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So you will definitely clear angry because it's like a small scene. You're going all Kylo Ren in your apartment, except without a lightsaber. You're just punching things and then throwing your phones. Uh, uh. All right. So yeah. Okay. So you totally remove angry right now because it's a montage scene. All right. I forgot to remove angry. All right. Cool. All right. All right. Cool. So yeah. We'll come back to you later to figure out like what happens. Zinc. So you won't find evidence of like any like footprint, like any like far like sample or anything because Chimera flew away rather than walked away. So you actually won't even get any heat trails. So like you can like keep on searching for like half an hour or so, but then you eventually realize that he must have like flown away. That means there's really no way to track him right now.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Call the detective and tell him that I couldn't find anything.
Okay, so yeah, you call him. It goes like is rings for a long time, like and hangs up. Do you call him again?
No.
All right, cool. Okay, it hangs up. So what do you do now? The detective isn't picking up his phone.
Oh, let's see.
To let you know, the time is around in game around 7:30 ish. Yeah, yeah, 7:30
Try
seems okay. It's like April in the tropics. Yeah, 7:30 seems okay.
head back to the police station to
Okay.
just see if I can find the detective and tell him what I found
Okay.
or
Okay.
what I didn't find.
Okay. Cool. That's excellent because you will come across your teammate there. Nice. That's a good question. We'll figure out that. Okay. And Maria, we go to Maria. We're also going to kind of like montage you a little bit. Unless like you're doing something specific, like in the afternoon.
I don't think so.
So what are you doing? Like you got the text from like Didi, and you didn't reply. So what are you doing? Trying to come up with an idea with Julio out on the
Yeah,
like. Okay.
trying to come up with solutions with him. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you? Why don't we role play a little bit? Let's find out what happens.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So yeah,
Yep.
start. Listen, Maria, we can't let them sign up with this guy. Okay. You, you know it's a terrible idea. But I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah, we're gonna try and figure this out, right? Okay.
Yeah, but we
We
don't
can't
have much
panic.
time. It's very hard not to. Okay.
We just need to talk to them. It's the most we can do.
It's the car. If we like, the car is going to break down. The one axle got broken. Soon the other one's going to go. Like, the car is like older than you are. It's seen its time, and they really need a new car. But we just like they don't have the money to afford it. I don't know what to do. If only I
We
had
just
a
need to
job.
find a
If
way to
only
make money.
in in less than 24 hours. How?
If I'm being honest, I don't know. But it's not your fault.
Isn't it though? I mean, I can't help them. I was never I never had a job. I've been all this time I've been elite. Maybe
It's not your fault. You could never get a job.
if did you just sneeze?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I thought Evelyn sneezed in character. I was like, wait, wow, that is excellent role playing. Like, okay. Your uncle is full on panicking mode. Would you like to comfort or support him somehow?
Yes.
How are you doing that?
I just give him a hug.
All right, let's see how that roll goes. I am curious how your comfort or support. Are you angry? Oh my gosh, you're not angry. Do it.
What do I roll?
It's mundane. Mundane.
Great.
It is your best roll, so you know. Well, is it your best
Watch
roll?
me get like a 2.
You can't because you have a 2 in that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. All right. So, comfort or support. Let's see. Geez. No. Open. Show to players. All right. So when you comfort or support someone, roll plus mundane on a hit. They hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. So, okay. All right. So yeah, it's just a normal hit, but since it's against an NPC, like none of these happens. But he did have a condition marked, so he's now no longer has the condition marked. He's like he starts like you give him a hug and he starts sniffling and crying, and he's basically like babbling about like I if only he had a job that he could support everyone, if only he hadn't screwed around and like been like a completely good for nothing little brother, he could have done something, and he's just starts crying, like he realizes that you realize that he's probably like feeling a lot, like he looks like he has aged like 10 years, or like in these last few moments as he's just weeping and crying. What do you do?
I cry with him and tell him it's not his fault.
So
It wasn't his choice to get polio.
okay, so we will just end this scene with the uncle and the niece just crying each other's, like bawling it, like the tears flowing freely, and yeah, just sadness, sad scene. A very sad violin music plays. Sad violin, sad violin, or maybe like a sad saxophone, because sad saxophone is awesome. Sorry, not sad saxophone, sad bagpipe. Yes, sad bagpipe is amazing. Okay, sad
That's
bagpipes are
because I'm
amazing.
Scottish, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard sad bagpipes and they're very emotional. Let me tell you. Anyway, no joke. All right, okay, so that's that scene done. We have 2 scenes done for the night. We will pick back up at the police station. Woohoo! Didi, you've been sitting in an interrogation room for the past 2 hours. They've given you a water bottle, and like if you've shown them the painkiller, like the name, they will also get you that if you do that. But like that's up to you. Yeah, you have you have a water bottle, you have like a paper plate with like some sort of snacks. I'm pretty sure Brazilian cops don't eat donuts, so I don't know what's the stereotype there, but it's whatever they eat as a stereotype. That is exactly what you have in front of you. So it's some sort of like snack food or something. Yes. We don't need to go into the details. Hey, you know what? Best solution. We just have like the empty paper plate with crumbs on it. There. Done. Solved. Diverted. Completely. Anyway. Okay. So. Oh, sorry. Did you left, Alice? My bad. Were you not here? Did you miss the scene?
I walked away when they were lamenting they didn't have enough money to pay for to pay off the loan shark.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the fact that you're like 2 hours waiting in the interrogation room?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me repeat that. And this time I will be more like succinct. So you have like a bottle of water. They have given you like a bottle of water. Sorry, no, a glass of water. They can't give you a bottle because stuff. A glass of water. You have like a paper plate in front of you with crumbs, because I do not know what stereotype the Brazilian police have for snacks, but I'm pretty sure it's not donuts because that's an American thing. So it was something, but since I don't know what it is, I'm just showing that Giri has eaten it and it's just crumbs. That way the animation team doesn't have to show it. And the fact that I don't know what it is. I don't have to figure out and go on a Wikipedia search right now.
It's just bread with sugar on it, I suppose.
It doesn't matter. It's only crumbs now. and if Didi showed the police officers the like the name of the painkiller that the paramedic gave you on a piece of paper, they will also give you that. So you've probably had that if you've shown them that. Otherwise, you're in pain.
Yeah, I'll probably show them that.
Alright, cool. So yeah, you have taken the painkiller. It would be strong for a normal person, but since you're not really a normal person, it's like kind of like it's kind of numbing that thing of yours, but it's not making you dizzy or anything. So you're fine on that regard. Even though you're a kid, like your like body, like can handle a little bit of. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So you've been waiting around 2 hours in the interrogation room. So it's about 10 o'clock right now. 10 p.m. at night.
Is it a school night?
It's a Saturday night.
Okay, so it's not a school night.
Nope. Well, I mean, you have school on Saturday morning, so it's technically a night. On a day you have school, but you don't have school the next day, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, you've been just waiting there. Like, Detective Berto said he would be coming back, like, to talk with you shortly. That was 2 hours ago. Someone gave you the food, whatever that was, and a glass of water in the middle. Clearly, Detective Berto told someone to give that to you, but they didn't, like, and also, like, you probably showed them the name of the medicine, and they saw your injury and like, okay, yeah. Oh, by the way, you can clear that injury because obviously you're cleared. So like, as long as you don't like hit, like as long as you don't like, if you try to do anything with that arm, your off arm, you're going to take a -1 on that, but otherwise you don't take a -1 or anything. So you're like mostly healed, and from next morning you'll be totally healed on that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, you're just waiting. Just waiting. Just
Yeah, probably playing Angry Birds on my phone or something. That is such an appropriate game for DD.
It is. It really is. Oh my gosh. Diddy's face, like is Diddy's favorite bard the angry red bard?
Yeah,
It
I
has
think
to
so.
be, right? Like you're a redhead, the bard's a redhead, and you're both angry. It just makes sense. All right. Okay. Zinc. So you have come to the station. You've come actually like 1.5 hour before earlier, and you've talked with some of them, and you're actually down at the UPP raid site. Sorry, the armory raid site. Um, Checking out the destruction that happened. There's like, so you're right now at the armory. The armory isn't too far from the station. It's um like say about like half a kilometer, a little over half a kilometer. So yeah. Um yep. So you're there. You're checking the scene. There were uh, like 4 guards at the thing when armed gunmen came in. They like disabled the cameras. There was some sort of like electronic interference that like fried, or like they didn't fry, like just disabled the camera. The cameras are still disabled, so you had to like go, like someone went into uh the external circuit and figured out that someone like put in some sort of like short circuit in there, so they had to repair the circuit, like yeah. So yeah, otherwise the cameras didn't record anything. uh and there are 4 guards. All of them were gunned down with multiple assault rifle bullets, and they're all dead. And there were like the armory is totally cleaned out, like completely totally cleaned out of any weapon, armor, utility weapons of sort, like non-lethal weapons, like even those, like it's totally cleaned out. Like the only things remaining are like a little bit of first aid kits and stuff. Yeah, what do you do? You're there as a like as trying to assist to assess, figure out who attacked, like how can you figure out what happened, the likes. Like it's like a mess of a scene with police like everywhere the eyes can see, and like, yeah. Right. So yeah, tell me, what do you do? Sorry.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I was talking to someone else real quick, and I
Oh, did
lost.
you like how much did you hear? Did you hear the part that like about the armor? You're down, Zink's down at the armory where the raid went down. The camera circuit was shorted from the outside, and so the cameras didn't record anything. And there were 4 guards inside who were all gunned down and killed. And the armory is completely cleared out, except maybe a little bit of like a few first aid kits.
Well, let's see. I heard part of it. I just didn't hear it all. So
Oh, okay. So the armory scene is a mess. There are police everywhere. Uh, uh, there were 4 guards inside who were gunned down and killed with assault rifle bullets. The armory has been completely cleaned out, leaving maybe just 1 or 2 first aid kits. And the camera circuit was shorted from the outside, and so they didn't record anything. Police are trying to figure out, piece together who attacked, where they went, and like, yeah, how many there were, etc. Their identities, everything. I dropped something on the floor, so yeah, just tell me like what does Zink do to help with this investigation?
see if you can figure out anything that's like any fingerprints or anything on the med kits.
All right, cool. Okay, absolutely. Why don't you give me an assess roll, and we will. My mouse is lost. Okay, no, my mouse is fine. All right, so an assess roll to, yeah, that's a superior. Yeah, there we go, superior. Woo! You did it. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh wow, you have 0 on an superior. Wow, you do. Wow, I did not know that. Okay, cool. So this is the assess. So you can ask me one question from the list.
Hold on, just trying to read them all.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, like some of those don't apply currently, but yeah, we can figure out.
Okay, what here? What here is the biggest threat? No.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how would that. Like there's no. Okay, so there's nothing here that's a threat right now, but I'm like, uh, trying to figure out. No, I would say that like that question cannot apply right now. There's like no threat here at the moment. There's like
Yeah.
too many police people here. That's like that question does not apply. Like if you're trying to like trace the guys, I guess the question would be you can like use a custom question from the what here can I use to blank and fill in the blank with like question of your choice.
Okay, what here can I use to help you figure out what happened?
Okay. All right. So you look around the scene, realize that there is no fingerprint, so it lets you realize that these people were very like professional of sort. um so you're probably looking at like that in itself is kind of a big like clue, because like does not appear to be the work of some sort of like gang hooligans or something. It seems like some sort of, yeah. um Ooh, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Let me try to figure out the answer to that. Oof, you know what? So yeah, as you're going around the scene, like trying to piece together like what happened, um, then you like all the bodies have like are being slowly moved, like put into body bags and moved out, cleaning from the scene, and then something catches your eyes, like as one of the bodies were kind of found like holding a gun but like slumped over on their chair, and you realize that gun's barrel has gunshot residue, as in that gun had fired. And you try to like so basically like in I don't know if you've seen The Incredibles, so it's like you're Mr. Incredible in that underground cavern going behind the guy, the corpse, to see like which direction he fired. Like, I don't know if you know the scene.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you're trying to like look at where the yes, the gazer beam. Yes, exactly, gazer beam, gazer beam. Yeah. So you try to look around the like he's from his position, which direction he would fire, and then you actually see in the other side there is a bullet that's lodged into one of the computer like cabinets, uh, tipped it over. So it's like the computer cabinet is tipped over, but you go there and you see the bullet, like there's a bullet impact on the side of it, but it tipped over, like because it was held on to the cable, it tipped over, covering the bullet hole. So you lift it up and you see the bullet hole, and as you scan inside, um you realize like there is there is some skin sample and blood, dried up blood. What the heck, man? Oh my gosh, no! Why would you? You! His tongue is human! Come on, man! You! Gross! Okay, anyway. Okay, so yes, so basically, um, in this poor computer, in the motherboard, on the like hard drive, like not the hard drive, the motherboard, a circuit is lodged a bullet, a handgun bullet. That's why it got lodged with skin and blood, skin and dried up blood that could be from one of the attackers. But you won't know until you actually get like forensic like studies. So that's probably gonna like you can like what do? You can like there are the forensics people are going around to that body that you were just checking through. That poor guy who died,
Okay.
whose family will now have to be given a sad message and sadness and yeah. What do you do?
Well, I found a bullet and I need help getting it out to see where it came from.
Wait, what? Okay. So one of the forensic, like it's like one of the like not the head forensic, just like one of the like young ones. They've probably been on the force. This is probably their bloodiest scene yet. So yeah. So like yeah. What did you find?
There's a dried up blood right here. There must have been something that happened close by.
Huh. He quickly gets around the he unplugs the computer, quickly opens up the screws and looks at it. Wait, this is he tells the it's he names the model of the gun. It's like that's not the bullet the bad guys were using. No, this is the guns. This is a UPP issued gun. Wait, this was fired by one of our guys. Um, yeah, I see the blood sample. Hold on. He tells you to help him remove the thingy, remove the motherboard itself. And while he does that, he shouts at one of the detectives, "Detective, detectives, Zink here might have found something. We found something. And you hear Barreto, like Mario's coming in, but Barreto like comes in. Mario, control the press. Okay, they're already here outside. Just handle that. And he comes here and he asks, okay, what do you find? Report. And the lab tech is kind of like stammering, so like I guess you can go ahead to talk to him.
Well, it looks like I found some blood in it, and the bullet that was shot, it come from one of our cops.
Huh, you're right. That's one of our standard issue guns. Huh. Well, it's like we finally got a lead. Listen, what's your name? He asks the kid. Sorry, the new dude, and I need to get the name of this guy now because yes.
Armando.
What?
Armando.
Romando? Harmando?
No.
Oh, Ramundo. Right. Yes, totally.
Ramundo.
He is Ramundo, the newbie. Ramundo, the newbie forensic tech dude. Ramundo, the newbie forensic tech dude. All right. He says, Ramundo, sir. He's kind of like, he's. Idris Elba is a living legend. Sorry, Detective, but so is Idris Elba. But Detective Barreto is a living legend, and he's kind of like stammering. Yes, Ramundo, get this. This is priority one. We need this blood sample analyzed by tonight. Okay, I don't care how long it takes. We find out if this guy is in the system. If not, how much you can tell me about him, his general stature, everything. Okay, go right now. Right now. Just go outside, tell them that I've given you express permission to, like, I've given you clearance to remove everything in your, like, schedule to get this done by tonight. Okay. And then he looks at you. Zink says, well done, Zink. See if you can find any more. But good job. That may be the piece we needed to get a lead on these guys. So he is shifting your labels. He is putting your superior up. He is like, you did something incredibly intelligent that everyone else overlooked, and he is moving down your danger. Do you accept or reject?
I'll accept.
Alright, cool. Nice. Nice. Alright, very nice. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna. Okay, so you continue like looking at that scene. We're going to. Okay, so this happened like say an hour earlier. So yeah, so Didi is waiting, super impatient. Like your phone's battery is right now kind of coming down because you've been playing Angry Birds for so long. And you turn off the phone like in order to save battery, and you're like you're completely frustrated because nobody is here. Do you do anything or do you continue waiting?
I'll talk to. There's probably the desk guy watching me or a guard or something. I was like,
there's nobody watching you.
Look.
You're in like an empty interrogation room.
All right, I'll walk to the door, open the door, and look out and say hello.
Well, the door is locked from the outside, but you can knock on it. There are people outside.
Okay, I'll knock on it.
All right. The dude outside opens the door. Yes, you need something?
Well, first of all, I'd like to use the restroom, but do you guys have something I can read or something? Because I got to be honest, I've been in there a while. I'm trying to be cooperative. You guys know where I live, or I can tell you where I live. I'm not hiding the ball. I'm the midget American former gymnast, so you're not going to have any trouble finding me. Is someone going to talk to me, or could we just do this another day?
Look, Detective Barreto said to let you have you wait here because he's at the scene. You know, we've had a big deal going on. We've had like a lot of casualties, so we're a bit short staffed at the moment. Okay, like everyone is over there at the scene.
And I understand that, and I'm first of all, I'm terribly sorry about what happened there. In fact, if you want my help in any way on that, but I'm being cooperative, so at least give me some. Do you have a TV I can watch? Can I hang out there with you? Because I know you're watching Netflix. Let's be honest.
Well, actually, we were watching Netflix, but then we were all called in to overtime. So no, right now nobody is watching net. Oh, sir! He quickly like shifts in attention, and Detective Barreto is here, like basically.
Hello, detective. Can we? I'm sorry about everything that's going on, but can we get the ball rolling on this?
Yes, that's why I'm here. I realize I've kept you waiting for too long. Uh, yes, that's just sorry about that. That's on me. You did give her something to eat, right? And the sergeant outside says, yes, sir, we did. Sorry, officer outside says, yes, sir, I did. So, oh, okay. So just yes, let's do this right now. Sorry, apologizes.
No, don't worry about it. I understand it's a stressful night for everyone, and if there's any way I can help, I can, which is why I'm hanging out. But
how do you possibly think you're going to help? You're just a 14-year-old child. He is shifting your labels, by the way. Okay, so
I'm 15 just right. Because I'm short.
Okay. That would be your. I can tell you're going to reject, and that's totally fine. But he is like.
Well, no. Let me know what the shift is going to be.
Okay. The shift is Ooh boy, this is a tough shift. Boy. Okay, yeah. I think like regarding this, you're definitely like too normal. So he's raising your mundane and lowering your what? Not lowering your danger. Lowering your savior. Yeah, there we go. Mundane up, savior down.
I'll actually eat it. I mean, I'm fine. I'm trying to be cooperative and play nicely with these people as much as possible.
All right, absolutely. Your two extremes are kind of balancing out.
Two of my extremes. There's still more to go around.
There's only one more, but you know, it's going there. All right. Okay. So yeah, you probably like get offended because first of all, I'm 15. So please continue that line. I'm curious.
Sir, I'm 15. Okay, yes, I'm under tall. But the fact of the matter is I'm 15. I'm offering to help, and even though I realize you gentlemen are more experienced, more worldly than I am, the fact of the matter is I've got special sets of skills and abilities that your average cop doesn't have. So I'm offering to help.
Yes, and how do your special sets of abilities and skills, which happen to be, as your file says, he looks at his phone because come on, it's the 21st century. He doesn't have like an actual file. He has the online e-file on you. Like it says super strength. Oh, punching people hard. Do explain how that's going to help in an investigation into who attacked us. Pray tell.
I can get around them. I guarantee you I can get into smaller places than you can in order to look for things. Just walking along, I'm going to have a different point of view. I guarantee you that because I'm a foot and a half shorter than you are. And from the previous
do a lot of people tell you you're short, or are you like do you feel inferior because you're short? He asks you, like he genuinely asks you.
I can do most things tall people can, with the exception of reaching the dishes from the top
I
drawer
will take that as a yes. Listen, Didi, being short isn't the reason I think you can't handle it. I think you can't handle it because, well, you're not experienced, and that's a big deal. Anyway, like regarding your what you've done so far, you've so far made friends with a known criminal. You are aware that Red Fox is a criminal, correct?
No. What's her current warrant for?
Do you know who she is, her real identity?
I'm not going to say.
I'll take that as a yes. So you know that she is Mina Wolfgang. Yeah, he knows.
He knows her secret identity?
He knows her secret identity.
Oh, that doesn't bode well for Mina. But
that doesn't bode well for Mina. No.
Are you talking about the guy?
The guy who's been spent a decade chasing after Black Mamba. He knows the secret identity of Black Mamba's protege. He knows. Yeah. Alright, so
well, Detective,
are you aware that what she did, she used to be the CEO of Wolf Scans, and how she single-handedly spread more drugs in this favela than everyone except the gecko himself? Are you aware of this? Your friend, has ruined more lives than anyone else except Gecko.
It's partially sinking into her, but it's partially not, because as soon as he mentions Gecko, she starts to just get angry and say, "Sir, with all due respect, speaking of Gecko, did we find him? I was fighting him. I was dishing it out. That was his warehouse. Are you guys looking into that?"
Look, we
have seem to mention that
we have civic workers digging out the thing. It's going to take until morning until we actually manage to break a path to the underground lab. All right, the fire has gone out. We have civic workers working to clear the rubble to make a path. Unfortunately, the warehouse had a lot of stuff, so we have to be careful that there aren't any dangerous hazardous material. It was housing some sort of chemical, and so far we can tell that there's some sort of super corrosive acid or something in there, so it's slow going. Okay, so it's going to take a while. We are working on that as fast as we can.
All right, Detective, have you guys looked into the license plates of the vehicles that were on the scene that were trashed, to whom they were registered? Detective. And Detective, have you looked for fingerprints on the people who were shooting assault rifles at us? And Detective, have you swabbed blood evidence to look to see who were people who were injured at that scene? And asking the GM, I'm not quite sure, but there's a good chance that a couple people were knocked out. So they're pretty sure that some people were taken custody, but I'm not sure on it.
No, there were actually no bad guys present, because you saw them carry their wounded on wheelbarrows out while you waited.
Detective, there was people being hauled off in wheelbarrows, so you can't tell me they got far very fast. And you're going to have cameras around. So if you want to find the gecko, why aren't you looking into any of those?
Cameras around. Do you realize that you were in the private part of the warehouse district? So in order to get those cameras, we need to have a warrant?
Or permission from the owner of the facility.
Yes,
and usually,
for that
if
we
they
need
have
a warrant.
Nothing to hide. If they have nothing to hide, a lot of times they might
I don't know how it works in the states where you come from, but down here things work a lot differently. Here the police don't have absolute authority over the people. We have to go by the books and do things.
So anyway, I'm trying to help you. In fact, if you want a statement about all the situation, about the encounter we had, I'm willing to
Why
have a
don't
statement.
you?
But if you're just here to lecture me on my choice of friends.
Let's start on what happened Tuesday night. We know you were present at the scene when the blackout happened, and we are aware that Chimera likely punched a transformer pole down, causing the blackout. So, what happened there?
We were made aware that, and I'll, skirt around. In fact, I don't even know that if I know that Chimera was the nephew, but we were made aware that the gang was trying to muscle in on that garage.
Wait. Sorry. What do you think? Chimera was the?
No. I'm telling the GM. I'm not even sure if Chimera. I don't know if I know that Chimera is the nephew of the owner of the garage. So, but even if I do, I'm not bringing it up.
Oh, no. Yeah. You don't know if how is Chimera related to Gervasio. You are not aware of that. Like for all you know, like he's somehow like you probably know he stays there, but you don't know like he hasn't given the Ernesto identity to any of you. He's only given it to Katerina and Augusto. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not asking. So
yeah, no.
But I'll tell him that we understood the garage was trying to muscle in on taking, or I'm sorry, the gang was trying to muscle in on taking over the garage, and we attempted to intervene to stop that.
By causing a blackout?
There was armed guards.
There was armed guards. We had UPP officers at the scene. They reported like there was some sort of like there was nothing out of the ordinary, then suddenly blackout.
They didn't hear the gunshots at all?
They heard the gunshots.
So
anyway,
there was a fight that occurred there.
After the blackout, not before. So what happened in there?
I'm not sure how the blackout happened.
You're going to have to roll a provoke on that one, man. You're gonna have to roll a provoke on that one. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're not angry. Oh, sorry, you're not like guilty, so that's fine. Never mind. Wait, you have a -1 on? Oh, of course you do.
Superior.
Yep. Okay. Wow. Let's actually look at my things. Although by the way, you mark potential. Oh man, this scene is great. I have Idris Elba and like a little girl, and it's like the angriest two people in the world talking to each other, and it's like so good. Okay, now I need to look at my rules. The sassy, I know, right? I'm freaking out. This is as much enjoyable as like having Mina have to choose between like that epic choice at the like thing at the escape scene. Okay, all right. Move time. Let's see. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do a very particularly interesting move because I think that is the most interesting. All right. So okay. So yeah, no. There's no condition. No condition yet. Like nothing mechanically is what I'm saying. So okay. So he says, okay, look, I know you're trying to help your friend, and you're trying to do right by Chimera and whatever he thought he was doing that was the right course of action, but by knocking out the transformer, he caused a blackout that in turn weakened one of the generators at the biogas plant, and we've been having these sporadic blackouts every so often, and it's causing a lot of trouble to a lot of people. And nobody got hurt at that thing, but you have your friend has damaged public property, and they still need to answer for that. So basically they your convincing argument has convinced them that by telling him that you didn't see what happened to the transformer, you basically are agreeing with him that it was Chimera who brought down the transformer. So he has become it's almost like a testimony of sort to him that yes, he has decided that it's Chimera who did it. And yeah, and you also realize that he has come to this decision.
If you think Chimera did it, what are you going to do?
Well, firstly, I'm going to bring him in because we don't he's running around. He's not you say he was captured, Zinc says he was captured at that underground lab, so why wouldn't he come to the police to talk about it?
Okay, laying some cards on the table. I am under the impression that there are some people in the police who are not trustworthy.
Oh my gosh!
See, here they come.
Sound is great. And Barreto sighs and he kind of pinches the bridge of his nose and tell me about it. We've been trying to root them out for months now, but it's slow going. It's really slow going. For years even.
So you're saying you want to bring him in to talk to him. Are you signing a warrant on him for his arrest?
I haven't yet, but we do have enough evidence to link him directly to the destruction of that pole. If he comes in of his own free will, if you have some way of contacting him right now, maybe a phone number, I don't know. His phone is still offline.
Well, Detective, let me, again, make sure the cards are on the table. I'm the one who knocked down that pole. It wasn't his fault.
Look, I get that you're trying to protect him, but this is not the way to do it. Okay? Help us bring him in so we can talk to him.
All right. Here's the fact of the matter is
you cannot admit to it right now because you have rolled that miss. He will not be right now. Even if you admit that you did it, he's going to think you're protecting him. Well, you can't even tell the truth. It's great. I love it. I love it. Oh man. And it's so real. It's so true though. Sometimes people just think you're protecting them, and it's sometimes you are, and it makes sense. And yeah, I hope it's not weird, but anyway, yeah.
Sir, I want to keep the people as protected as much as possible in the favela.
Yes,
unfortunately, the UPP as a unit is almost more of a problem than they are the solution. So I'm going to do what I can to try to make sure that the favela is safe for the good, innocent people. Myself and my friends Yes, some of them apparently have a mixed background. But as long as they're doing good, I'm not going to complain about that. And they are still my friends.
I understand that, but keep in mind, if you keep hanging around with Miss Wolfgang, then we might have no recourse but to come after you too as an accomplice. She is a criminal and she needs to answer for her crimes.
Is there an open warrant on her?
There is.
To the GM.
What?
I didn't know if she had cleared up her past enough that she didn't have any active warrants.
Actually, no. You're right. You're right. That's a good question. Yeah, like the creation of the. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Okay, yeah. So he's going to say, look, there is a reason there isn't an open warrant out on her.
Well, probably that it's part of an investigation, and I will. When I see her, I will tell her that you guys want to talk to her.
Are you aware?
Not-
Does the name Black Mamba ring a bell to you, Didi? Miss Roberts, sorry, Miss Roberts.
To the GM, I think I've heard the name. I haven't actually encountered that.
Yes, it's like some sort of a boogeyman legend among like the hooligans and like the rough kids at school that you've overheard the name.
I've heard the name. I don't know too much about it beyond the name.
He is a man who works behind the shadows and has been doing so for the past 12 to 15 years in the favela. He supplies information. He has humongous information network. In fact, like he's so well connected, I'm pretty sure his reach is even in the city council as well. I've been after this bastard for the past 10 years. He's the one who taught and trained Miss Wolfgang into becoming the CEO of Wolfscans and then spread, and then distribute drugs. I want to him. And that's why there isn't a warrant. Because if I can get her, then I'll have finally reached reached one step closer into putting that bastard away for good.
The best I can do is talk to her about it, and I'll do that. Now,
okay, so he trying to all right, so okay, regarding the gecko, you mentioned the gecko earlier, yeah, okay, so let's go over that conversation before I tell you what he's planning to do about Mina. All right, so okay, anyway, when I said the name gecko, you got a bit, how do you say, what's the word? I'm like, the GM is trying to find the word because I don't know what the word is. That's like clenched it thingy.
Agitated?
Yeah, agitated. There we go. Yes. So yeah, he says you got a little agitated, and you said you were fighting him. What did the gecko ever do something to you?
Yeah, the gecko injected me with drugs, and that caused me to end up with superpowers and completely ruin my gymnastics career.
Huh. Okay. That's. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Roberts. But barring a little bit of scale marks on the crashed cars, I'm guessing that was your handiwork.
Yeah, I'll relay that fight in its entirety. I don't think I did.
No, no, I'm not going to have you arrested for smashing like unknown drug dealers and associates' cars. That's not how. Well, technically, that is kind of how it works, but no, like, no, that's no. There will be no repercussion of that. Like between you and me, he could use a lot more than a crash car. But no, sadly, we don't have anything on him because like his scales, we're pretty sure he has a human form, but he's covered in scales. So like it's even if his even if his data is in the system, the scales just don't have any like fingerprint or anything. They have scale print, but they just connect us to him as the gecko.
I have a thought, and it's not completely formed yet. But let me run it past you. After the second fight or no, it was after the first fight, I think, that we had with the gangs, I was approached by one of the gang members, and they wanted me to join their gang.
Which one?
And I'll tell them. The player, am having trouble remembering.
Okay. It was Katarina Vieira, and it was the Arhana gang.
So yes, it was Katarina Vieira. Forgive me if I mispronounce the name. It was Katarina. She approached me. She wanted me to join, and as she departed, she said, "Wouldn't I be interested in finding out who the gecko was?"
What did you say to her? Did you agree to her? Or disagree?
No, I didn't. I didn't agree to her. I told her that I didn't want her to threaten me or those I care about, and I didn't care about what she was offering to me. And then as she turned, that's when she dropped the bomb that at least she acts like she knows who. She acts like she knows who Gecko is.
She might know because the Arana gang has been the exclusive distributors for the gecko for like ever since they've been operating. Like he's been operating in the favela, so it's likely they know his real identity. She might not have been lying to you, and then again, she might have. I mean, she is one of the top enforcers of the Arana gang.
And it just makes me wonder whether or not we try to pinch her somehow. But I gotta be honest. I think your police department is so infested, she would learn immediately if we tried to do some sort of
especially if I go after her, because my case is squarely regarding Black Mamba. Like,
but
I try to help out when there's something serious going down, like the UPP raid. That's like otherwise I've been don't want to say obsessed, but really I've spent like the last 10 years after the guy. Yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed with putting that guy in prison.
He's in love.
He said what?
He's in love.
He said love?
Janine is saying that he is secretly in love with Black Mamba.
He is in love with the fact that he wants Black Mamba to rot in prison for the rest of his life. Yes, you're not wrong. Yeah, the shipping regarding these two, like, there is a trope for that. Let me find it. It's Fourier. Let me find the TV tropes link, and I'm going to link it in Discord because it's so dumb. I love it. But okay, so like there is rampant shipping regarding these two characters in the fan forums of this TV show. On both the English forums and the Brazilian forums, and it's terrible. Okay. Moving on. Yes. So yes. All right.
So I don't know if that gets us anywhere.
Okay. Look.
But
Hmm.
why don't I relay the rest of the account of what I know of the situation to you? And I make a point of saying that how cooperative Red Fox was with us, and believe it or not, I mean, I don't say it and I don't realize it, but I'm sure that relaying that she was with us the whole time keeps her away from the scene of the UPP raid.
Okay. He doesn't think she was there because like your testimony is pretty accurate. Yeah.
And he saw her perched up on the building.
Yeah. So he says, look, clearly you have a way of reaching out to her, and I really don't want to have to put like I really don't want to have the arrest of one of the gymnast super powered kids of the favela. That's just, and honestly, you are doing a lot of good outside, but try to limit public property damage. Like when you blow up a drug warehouse like today, that's fine, but like try to tell your friends not to do anything that harasses the general public too much. Okay, and
yes, sir.
I want
was trying to put the fire out. I really was.
Yes, the fire department found you at the scene trying to do that. So yes, I am aware of that. I want you to reach out to Miss Wolfgang and tell her that I want her mentor behind bars. If she is willing to negotiate terms of some kind, I would be open to that.
I will talk to her and relay that to her. And also I'll try to get a hold of Camara and say that you guys want to speak to him.
Yes, we would like Camara to come in. I really don't want to have a warrant out for him, but eventually I might. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Detective.
Listen, it's almost 10:30. Do you need a lift? I can have one of the guys give you a lift to your home.
Actually, if you don't mind, that might be well, because I think I'm actually at a curfew. Here's my number, Detective. Can I have a card in case I need to get a hold of you?
Why don't you just have my number? He sends you like a e-card of sort. Sorry, I don't. I used to keep cards, but then there's a long history there. Let's not go into it. Listen, Didi. I know a lot of the people here at the UPP are secretly in on the take, but not all of us. Some of us are really trying to do the right thing. I have four dead officers who I'm sure were killed in the line of duty trying to prevent the exact thing that happened. It's having like powerful weapons out into the hands of the goons of the gangs. So just keep that in mind. Not everyone is an enemy here.
I understand and appreciate that. I am sorry about your officers that were lost. And again, if there's some help you need that I can provide, I'm trying to help any way I can.
Listen, if you ever want to talk like off the record, you can just call me at this number. This is my personal number. I don't this is not my office number. If you ever want to talk to me, if you ever want to send some sort of anonymous tip or something, you can do so. Okay? And yes. Inscribe on your phone. What the heck? Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, Yeah, it's like 10:30. He's going to. Did you say yes or no to that offer of a ride home?
I'll take the ride. Otherwise, someone will probably pick me up for
Okay.
curfew.
Okay, so yeah, like, it opens, like, he opens the door, and like, this is at the time when, like, Zinc has probably returned from the scene. Like, you haven't found anything more, but you have a good feeling about the bullet, and you see, like, you see Barreto coming out of the interrogation room with Didi, who looks very tired, and so does Barreto, surprisingly enough, but he's always tired. He always looks like very tired. And like, Zinc, your shift is like, you have to go home to recharge, right? Your battery is running low, right?
Yes.
Okay, so would you mind taking Miss Roberts here, dropping her off at her own apartment along the way?
Yes, I will.
Like, would you mind, or would you agree? Sorry, I forgot what I actually asked you. So when I said yes, I will, I got confused. So yes, so yeah, you agree. Okay, cool. All right. So
Yes.
okay, so yeah, he gives you a hand to shake Didi, Miss Roberts.
I'll shake his hand and do my best not to accidentally crush it.
You have quite the grip, Miss Roberts.
I'm not even trying, sir.
Yes, I know. Don't, for the sake of both of us. Okay, so yeah, you two are now heading home. You can talk, role play with each other about stuff that happened. Yay.
I'll pretty much give him the lowdown of what happened. Now I'll tell him that I kind of danced around the issue as to how the blackout went, and so he suspects Chimera did it. And then I even tried to take responsibility for it, and he said, "Well, no, we just want to talk to Chimera. Quit trying to cover for him." So if Chimera gets in the jackpot, just tell the truth about who wrecked the blackout, who caused the blackout. Thank you for the ride. Everything going okay with you otherwise?
Yes.
Zink, are you going to update her on your investigation, or is that, like, that is technically a police investigation and she's a civilian, but she's also your friend, so you are completely okay to break protocol if you want to, like.
No, I'm not going to tell her about the investigation.
Okay, totally.
But I can tell her that I haven't found any trails for Chimera, so we got to look harder and try to get a hold of him.
Okay, well, I mean, we tried to text him, but we can try to text him again.
Well, his phone is still offline. Okay,
That's
so
all I can think of to do, unless you want to. I mean, I suppose we could go to Gervasio's garage.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
Zink, you have already been to Gervasio's garage, so you can tell her how it has changed hands and stuff.
Okay.
Like, if you want to, that's totally up to you. It's your character.
No, I won't tell her.
I feel so in the dark.
So, okay, so yeah, Didi is offering to go to Gervasio's garage as an idea to look for him. What do you say?
Well, I can pick you up tomorrow and take you over there and see, so you can see if he's there or not.
Okay, yeah, if you don't mind, we can try to find out the situation.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see ya. Thanks.
Yep, bye.
All right. Okay. We're basically gonna end the scene here. Yup. Let me tell you everything, Zinc. I ain't telling you shit. All right. All right. Okay. So we're actually gonna pick up. I actually wrote down something. 1 second. Let me quickly check my plans and threads for stuff to do. Uh. Uh. Mm, uh. Mm, uh. Okay. Zinc, as you as like all of you kind of so it's Alias, you have to leave in less than half an hour, right?
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I was so yeah, we're gonna call off this session here. So it's like Saturday night, you're all having dinner in your respective houses, because as you go, you realize that the Barbosas have gone to bed. So it is like almost 11. Yeah. So okay, so Didi goes inside, probably heats up some, I don't know, ramen or something. I don't know.
Spaghetti noodles.
No, I still probably eat like a freak. I have some probably,
Candy?
frozen lima beans, heat up
Okay.
some rice, and then have
Alright.
some grilled chicken or something.
Awesome. And Zinc goes home and sets up in the charging pod, while Suarez is also eating the night. And she knows that you've had a rough day, so she doesn't really bother you, because she knows you've been running around the entire time. She has received a formal report from the police as an update, as part of from Mario, Detective Mario. So yeah, she's not bothering you or anything. She's just letting you. She gives you a knowing nod that she knows you have a rough day, so she just leaves you alone. Um, uh, Maria and Julio, you have a very tense dinner with Camila and Benny, and you're all kind of quiet because none of you know what to talk about. Camila and Benny realize that they're getting into bed with the mob, but the gang, and they really have no other option that they can see. And you and Julio have not come up with a solution yet, so we'll pick back up next day to see how that goes. So you're having a very tense while the TV plays in the background. Mina, how are you having dinner, and what's happening? Just tell us what's happening.
I
Are you at
um,
a gambling den, illegally gambling? Because that would also remove one of your
yes,
conditions.
I'm having fried chicken while watching and gambling at chicken. What you call that?
Yeah, it can be. Wait, are you at Narnia?
Maybe.
Are you at the Narnia Club where you went this afternoon?
Is there a gambling station in
Yeah.
Narnia?
Narnia Club has a secret underground gambling ring.
Yes, then I'll probably be there.
Yeah. You were aware of this. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You looked it up. You looked it up. So yeah, let's say you know this. Yeah. You found out. You went there, and then you talked to people and found out the access, and you were inside. There's TV playing in the background. You're probably having. Are you having alcohol? You can have alcohol. You're an adult. Not to mention the drinking age in Brazil is 16. Not to mention you're in an illegal gambling ring club.
I don't think so, because I have a gunshot wound. That
Oh
would
yeah.
not bode well.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can have that. It's been 3 days. You can totally have that. I'm yes, if you the character wants.
No.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You want to remain sober. All right. That's totally fine. But you are eating you are like flinging yourself into easy relief by releasing stress by gambling and hoping to get some money in order to repair your phone.
Yep.
Or get a new phone.
Get on your phone.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you can totally do that. You're you are good at card counting, because again, this is something you would be taught.
Yeah.
Like half the criminal things are things that you would be taught, because yes. Okay. All right. So basically, all of you, the reason I want all of you like in front of a TV is because there's going to be a message on the TV that's going to be important. So this is actually the same time when the whole Falcao Pizzeria explosion is happening, which is not what's on TV. What's on TV is that this afternoon, basically when you were running around the favela trying to find Chimera's location, La Cucaracha was being transported from Cidade Halcyon to Sao Paulo, and right outside the city limits, they lost the police lost contact with the prison transport van. They went to pick up the van, like they went searching for the van around like half an hour later. This is when the fire was happening at the warehouse, and they found out that the prison transport van, like in a ditch, like next to, like it was on the hilly road, so it's on a ditch, and there's no La Cucaracha. There is only the prison guards who are dead, with no apparent signs of injury. Ooh. All right. That is the end. That is the end of this session. We are going to quickly let go of Alice first. Yeah. We're going to quickly quickly let Alice go first. Oh, actually,
No, I think you're right the first time.
all right. So end of session. Let's go. All right. So
How about
Alice,
I grew closer to Zinc. He gave me a lift.
he gave you a lift home. Yes, too cool. So Zinc gains influence over you. Zinc, did you have influence over DD before? I don't think you did, right?
I don't
No.
think he did.
All right.
No.
So you gained it. How many influence? Like you have influence over Chimera and DD right now. You don't have over Nevoa and Red Fox, right?
No, I have it over Novoa too.
Oh, you have influence over Nevoa? Wow, that's cool. So only Red Fox you don't have over, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So okay, cool. Like my influence sheet is all over the place. Alright, okay. So yeah, he gains influence over you now. That's great. Okay. And you can clear a condition or mark potential, Didi. What do you do?
I'll clear a condition and have a clean slate just so I can make fun of Mina.
Yes, that's totally fine. Mina, you're also actually going to remove what's that condition that like you lose when you do that? Uh, fling yourself into easy relief, hopeless. So you also no longer will have hopeless. So I'm just gonna you can remove that right now. It's totally fine. All right, cool. So you only have 3 conditions to go. All right. Actually, before we go, like, do you have time so we can do everyone else first, or like, do you want to leave right now? Okay, let's.
I'll tell you what. I'll just listen on my software.
Okay, cool. So basically, let's just go if like. So you can just tell me your thorns and roses later if you want to. That's totally fine. Okay, so let's go to Zinc. Your end of session, please.
Hold on. Let's see. Grow into my own image of myself.
Okay. So how do you see yourself and why?
Better at finding stuff and trying to help everything with my own self.
Alright, cool. You can shift your labels accordingly.
Let's add 1 to freak.
Like you're seeing yourself as more like special, like more different from everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay. That's true though. Yeah, like you did find the thing that everyone else overlooked, so that's totally cool. And what are you reducing?
Don't know. Let's see.
Oh, I need to start typing down the. I can't find the thing. Oh my god, I've lost it. Okay, 1 second. Where is the thing that I? Okay, I didn't even open it. All right, my bad, yo, my bad. All right, yes. Please continue. I'm just darping out. Ignore me.
I'd say -1 to Savior.
You don't feel like you've saved anyone today, or
Not anyone yet.
all right. Okay. Let's see. Let me actually write that down. 1 second. Just give me a second. I'm just like quickly clearing things. 1 second. Uh. Uh. 1 second. So that's a freak up and a. Wait.
Freak up, Savior down.
Okay. Freak up, save you down. Got it. All right. You did actually save the detective from being crushed, though.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Danger, I guess. I mean, you did protect a lot of people. You didn't actually do anything dangerous too much.
No, I
don't know.
didn't.
I mean, it's up to you. Yeah. Totes.
I'll go down one to danger.
Okay. So danger down, freak up. All right. So they just interchange. That's like no, I derped. No, ignore me. Okay, I derped. All right, excellent. All right. Maria.
Hi.
Yes. Hello.
Hi there.
End of session sucks.
Yep, grow away from.
Grow away from the team. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Tell me, why do you feel like left out and like detached?
Well, I feel like I more or less detached away from them. Obviously, because even though I wasn't here last session, I leave them.
You had to leave them because of your family, and you feel detached because you're.
I couldn't help them.
Yeah, and now you're not even returning their calls, texts. That's sad because I know you have your own things to worry about, right? You don't need your help of your friends. They can't possibly help you, right?
Not one bit.
Nope, they totally cannot. Okay, take influence over you away from another character. So someone of the team loses influence over you. Who is it?
Who has influence over me is the question.
That's a good question. Who has influence? DD has influence over you, I'm sure. Red Fox does not, I think. Chimera does not, I think. Zinc, you said you do, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Zinc does. DD does. And nobody else, right? Red Fox, do you have influence over Nevoa, Maria?
No.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Chimera doesn't. Yeah, I don't think Chimera does. Alright, so I guess it's DD and Zinc.
DD.
DD loses influence over Maria. Scandalous. Scandalous. She is no longer all green. Alright. Okay, very cool.
Because I know her secret identity. That's what it's all about.
Yes, yes, exactly.
I'm so mad.
Totally. She is so mad right now. Well, I mean, you suspect it. You don't actually know for certain. It's like, we suspect that Tom Cruise is secretly Shia LaBeouf, but we don't know it for a fact. It's like that. basically. Yes, it's exactly like that, entirely and completely. Okay. Mina.
Um, closer to the team.
Is it Didi?
It's always Didi.
She
No, actually, I
did
think it
help
will be.
you. Oh, okay. Now, I mean, it's up to you. Yeah.
I think
Grow
with
into
Zinc.
your
He's
Zinc.
the first one who. Yeah, he's the first one who came back to the scene.
Well,
After we left DD, he's the first one who came back for DD.
okay, so yes, but how does that make you feel welcome? It's like, explain who made you feel welcome.
Oh, me.
No, I get it. That's a totally valid point, but it's the wording is different.
I don't. Wait.
Like, honestly, like, if you grow closer to the team, I honestly think it has to be Didi, because she just went
Yeah.
out of her way to, like, put her neck on the line for, like, so you could escape.
Oh, that escape scene. I forgot about that. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh,
DD.
how did you forget about that? Gosh dang it, man. All right, okay, so Didi, you gain influence over her again. Shift her labels as much as you want to. Oh, he's not here. Oh my gosh. All right. I will tell ALS, hey ALS, you get to shift. Mina's labels. All right, cool. Whoop. All right. Okay, so we will worry about that later. You can clear a condition or mark potential.
I will clear a condition, and apparently I forgot I have a passive move named blowing off steam, so I can remove another one.
Let's say like that is part of your like that gambling thing. So instead of gambling, like you can literally do anything else as a it's a pretty victimless crime because nobody's going to turn you in there. And yeah, I mean the only victims are other gang members. So come on, it's totally fine.
Yeah. So I will remove. Do I remove 2 or do I remove 1?
Like you've already removed hopeless, so right now we removed 1. Yeah, just remove 1.
Okay. I'll just remove insecure.
Alright, cool. Yay, there you go. You can totally remove conditions like a pro boss. A pro boss. Anyway, alright, okay. Is that everyone? Yeah, that's everyone, right? Alright,
Yes.
cool. Okay, so, awesome. So time for my favorite part. Well, not my favorite part, but one of my favorite parts. The roses and thorns. So thorns first. Let's go. Josh, why don't you start? Tell me things that you didn't particularly enjoy that happened today. Something that I missed an opportunity or something, like stuff like that.
Well, don't say there's any thorns. Or, yeah, what is it? No, I forgot. Yeah, thorns. No thorns.
Okay. Roses, any maybe?
I don't think so.
All right. Okay. Evelyn, let's go. Thorn me. Stuff that happened that rubbed you the wrong way and you would like to see less of.
None.
Damn it, man. Alright, roses, stuff that rubbed you the right way and you like to see more of.
The scene with Maria and
You cut off there, Maria and
Uncle Julio.
oh, you like the crying scene?
Yeah, because like I'm fairly attached to Uncle Julio.
You don't say.
So it hurt in a good way.
I will. So it's like that meme scene. He will that Telltale Games meme that X will remember this. I will remember this. That you said that Maria likes like Maria is close to her uncle. I will remember this. Okay. I will totally make sure to have Julio cry more often. Totally. Like you know, it's a rose. You need to see more of this, right? You want to see more of this. I will totally make sure that happens. Yay! Okay, moving on.
No, I meant like how does just.
Oh, okay, come on. I won't do it like, you know, because I want to, but because like it would be an epic scene like this, and you know, it's kind of an epic scene. I would imagine. All right, Janine, thorns, bad stuff that you didn't like and definitely don't want to see again, and won't probably. Janine, thorns.
Thorns.
Mhm.
You know, I don't have much thorns.
Okay.
No, nothing really. Ever since, nothing.
Roses.
Rose, the DD scene in Mr. Ildris.
Didi and Idris Elba.
Yeah. It's the most sassiest conversation I've had so
The
far.
sassiest conversation ever of all time. Oh my gosh. Detective Baruto was created by our other player who didn't actually join the game, but like I'm totally using him because he's a great idea. And the moment I saw that like cool image of like, you know, a very Idris Elba like person, and I'm like, this person needs to be voiced by Idris Elba, and yes, end of discussion. Because Idris Elba needs to voice a lot of people more often. Anyway, yes, because like yes. All right, Didi and Detective Barreto. All right, so my thorns. I did not like the team is still split up. I did not like that, and I don't think I shared the spotlight enough. Like it was a lot of it went into like the Didi's interrogation scene, and not much of it went into Evelyn. So I'm sorry about that. I will totally make it up to you by having the entire next session. A lot of part of it will be devoted to you figuring out how to help your parents. Like, yeah, that's totally going to be a thing. So yeah, I will definitely totally make sure that happens. Okay. My roses is the fact that I was totally torturing Mina with like you must escape or you're like if it's for the best of everyone. There is a sense of implied danger and and I just pushed it so far and like Mina was freaking out and Janine was freaking out. I hope it was good because I enjoyed that. Like, you were like, no, I want to escape, but I don't want to escape. I want to be a good guy. You don't get to be the good guy yet.
Oh, God.
You need
I
to.
love that part though.
You need to earn your happy ending, and oh, it's not that
I feel
time
so
yet.
bad for Mina.
It's so bad for me. Oh my gosh. Hey, don't do the crime if you can't handle the time, and you're not handling the time. One of my thorns is that I accidentally made like Idris Elba's Detective Barreto say that Mina has a warrant, which she doesn't because like part of your backstory is that as the reformed, you're not hunted by the authority openly. So he is after you personally because he wants to get to Black Mamba, but he's not like he doesn't have a warrant out for Mina Wolfgang because the official word is that Mina Wolfgang has disappeared and like people are still looking for her.
I just realized I shouldn't have failed that role.
I mean, you can't control that, but you know.
If it works nicely in the story, I love it.
It
I was
went
there.
so. Which role? The
The one was I was trying to eavesdrop Eldris.
Yes. Oh man, that role is the single reason so many bad stuff happened. Oh my gosh.
I was totally thinking if this shit fail, it's gonna be a great scene.
And it was a great scene. It was one of the best. Oh man. I mean, next session there are so many culminations of setups and setups. We've had the La Cucaracha prison transport escape setup. We've had Maria's family about to make a deal with Arhana gang setup. We have the UPP raid investigation forensic report setup. We have the Detective Barreto setup. We have the Falcao Pizzeria explosion setup. We have the Enrico's last message setup. We have 6 setups. We have more setups than players. And yeah. This is
connected.
And this
everything's
is
pointing somehow to Mina.
It really is. It really is. And let's not even forget, there are subplots of trying to look at Chimera. There are subplots of Minami being threatened by Black Mamba somehow. There are subplots, and there's the whole Cobra Blanca takeover. There's the Arhana gang takeover. There is Mr. Kane now has a lot of guns, which he will sell to other gangs. It's going to get worse, people, before it gets better. Oh, things are going to get a lot more worse before it gets better. Oh my gosh. This is what I like. This is exactly what happened in the previous campaign also. I just these subplots just come out of nowhere. Just organically they evolve, and it's this is the best kind of story I like to run as a GM, because it's so in depth. It just happens, and it's just great. Okay, I just love I love this game. Okay, I love you guys, and I love this game, and it's great, and I'm going very emotional because again I am already kind of in tatters after watching 11 years setup culminate in Avengers Endgame, and I'm not going to spoil anything ever because I hate spoilers, but it was worth 11 years. It was worth it, and I'm just it's great. So thank you everyone for this campaign game. If you want this session, if you want to talk something to the viewers before we close the video, you can do so right now.
Baganism.
Okay.
The bag in your head.
Join us today.
Anyone else?
Sleep with it.
Okay. My advice to the viewers, dude, guys.
Join Baganism.
Guys. First of all, anybody spoils Endgame to you, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. So just cut that person away from your life forever. Also go see it. Also go see it because it's friggin' dope AF, and it's worth 11 years. 11 years of your life. It is worth it. Just saying. I'm gonna go now. Good night. I have my cousin here, and I'm going to go hug him back because he distracted me. And bye. And thank you for the session, everyone.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye.